Hi, this is Dr. Chisenhall. Welcome to week 2 of ECE 125. I'm looking forward to working with you again this week. I enjoyed watching your week 1 discussion boards and getting to know you better. I saw some familiar faces that I've worked with in the past and some new faces as well. So I look forward to getting to meet you at our Zoom this week, Thursday, September 10th at 10 a.m. Be nice to actually get to talk to you live. If you can't make it then, no worries. I will record it and post the video for you to watch when you are able. I'll also be grading your week 1 discussion board and your best practice video observation over the next few days and posting your grades. So this week is all about art in early childhood. So our essential questions is, what are developmentally appropriate art activities for a preschool classroom? And this week we're going to discuss the value of incorporating art into the early childhood classroom. We will also observe an appropriate art lesson plan and look at sample art activities that are developmentally appropriate for preschool classroom. So the first thing I have here is an art PowerPoint. So you can click the drop down menu to download or open it up. I've already downloaded it, so you don't have to wait for me to open it. But what is art? Art is visual communication through elements of color, line, shape, and texture instead of using words. So art is basically communicating through visual means instead of through written text. What value does art have? Well, actually, if you click this link here, it'll take you to a YouTube video that explains how art actually increases children's development in all the domains. Physically, they're using their fine motor skills. Cognitively, they're processing and coming up with a plan that they're then executing. Social, emotional, they're talking and sharing and connecting with their feelings. Language, they're talking about what they're doing, explaining their work. And perceptual development, again, they're using so much problem solving and critical thinking skills through the use of art. Well, art moves through developmental stages. As we know with the little ones, art is a full body sport. It's a whole contact sport. They really like to get into their work. So it's so important that when we incorporate art with the little ones, we make sure everything is non-toxic and safe. We used to use things that could be edible, such as pudding or pie filling. And if you are in a center that is not STARS, that is still acceptable. However, if you're working at a center that uses the STARS guidelines, then we cannot use food as art. When you're talking about older toddlers and preschoolers, they like to use a variety of manipulatives and materials in their art. They also love to use lines and drawings and scribbles as their way of communicating. School-age children progress to trying to make their art look a little more realistic. This piece of art was done by an 8-year-old and is called Night with Gold Stars. So what is the teacher's role? We are the planner, facilitator, observer. We're going to make sure all the materials are organized and ready. We're going to come up with some open-ended guidelines for the children, not to tell them what to do or how to do it, but just to make sure that they're safe and share information with parents as well. There's many different forms of art. There's collage. If you're doing something like this, it's important for the children to do the tearing of the ripping of the paper, not just the teacher. We're all familiar with Eric Carle's books. Did you know that all of the illustrations in his books are actually collages made out of tissue paper? So there's the link here, so you can watch a video of Eric Carle explaining how he makes his tissue paper collages. Different kinds of paint and watercolor are forms of art. Leaf rubbings, chalk drawings, clay. marble painting, string painting. There's just so many different ideas. If you click on the link I've embedded here, you have additional ideas of how to incorporate art. And let's not forget displaying art. It's always important to display the work children have created. Art is a great assessment for teachers to use. It's something that can be kept in the portfolio and it can be compared over time. When you look on Pinterest and you look on the web, there'll be so many art activities. The possibilities are endless. So one of my favorite books is Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, and as you can see, there's various activity ideas here that go along with that story that would all be art. But I wanted to show you something. Out of these 4 activities, my favorite one is this one. Any guesses why? Each one is very individual and reflects the child's interpretation of the assignment and their individuality. These others basically look like the child just assembled what the teacher had already cut out and created. So art has more value when the children do it themselves. If it's something the teacher just cuts out and all the children are doing is gluing, then it loses a lot of those developmental opportunities that we had talked about earlier. Okay, so I'm going to X this out. There's a couple links here I've included, the importance of art in preschool. So this is a great link from a Montessori school that again incorporates the value of art and why it's so important that we allow children to explore art in preschool. The second link I've included are some additional ideas of how to incorporate art in preschool. So there's several resources there for you. Okay. You have 3 assignments this week. First one is your week 2 discussion board. Please select 2 of these 3 questions to answer. Post your response by 11:59 on Wednesday and reply to 2 of your classmates by 11:59 on Sunday. Here is a video of a kindergarten teacher discussing how she infuses the visual arts into her curriculum. So please take a couple minutes to watch that video. After you watch that video, reflect on these 3 questions. Again, post your response by 11:59 on Wednesday and you reply to 2 of your classmates by 11:59 on Sunday. And then the third assignment is the Creative Arts Resource Doc. So I'd like you to find any resource that has to do with incorporating creative arts in preschool. It can be an article, a blog, a website. The choice is really up to you. We can all work and collaborate on this document together. Please include your name, the name of the resource, the value the resource has, and then include the website, the URL to the resource. So I want this to be a document that together we're working on it, and it'll be a good resource for you as you are creating your art lesson plans and your art integrated activities. So that is our material, our resources, and our assignments for week 2. Again, I hope you're able to join us on Thursday at 10 a.m. for our live Zoom meeting. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and please let me know if you have any questions. Take care.